everyone, and welcome back for reading today. Today we are going to be reading Chapter 1, Planning for the Future with our questions. So materials that you are going to need for this video is, we're going to first start off by finding our Chapter 1 reading, Planning for the Future in your packet, along with your comprehension questions. Some of you might have the multiple choice in your packet, and others might have the fill-in-the-blank ones. And you also need a pencil and a crayon or a marker or colored pencil for our correcting tool. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to gather these items from your work packet. Remember, Chapter 1, Planning for the Future. Your comprehension questions that go along, whether you use multiple choice or maybe you're using fill-in, and then a pencil, and then a correcting tool such as a crayon, marker, or colored pencil. So if you have to pause the video here to get those materials ready and have them out in front of you, you can do so. And then when you have everything in front of you, you can press play so we can begin our lesson. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to visit our focus question for the lesson. So our focus question is, what is a good goal to set? Okay, so our introduction chapter, we read about, I forget his name, but the boy had a goal in mind. Remember, he received a car from his parents, so his goal was, in order for him to drive his car, he needed to pay for gas and insurance. So his goal was to find a job where he would be able to earn enough money to pay for his gas or insurance. So his goal was to find a job. He went online and he viewed 3 different types of jobs, and he finally found one, which was becoming a dog walker, that not only fit his schedule, it's part of his interest, and he would be able to earn enough money to pay for his gas and insurance so he could drive his car. So today we're going to be focusing on what is a good goal to set. So a good goal to set, could it be what to do when you graduate? So when you graduate high school, do you have a goal that you want to pursue? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to find a job? Do you want to move out on your own or with somebody else? Or could a goal be what to eat for lunch? Or both? What to do when you graduate or what to eat for lunch? So that's going to be part of our focus question that we're going to focus on today. What is a good goal to set? What to do when you graduate, what to eat for lunch, or both. So I want you to think about it, and I want you to keep that answer in your mind so that when we go back and revisit our focus question, we can see if that answer was correct. We're also going to start off by saying our 5 vocabulary words that we are going to be introduced to our Chapter 1 story today. As I say each vocab word, you will repeat back after me. So we have goal, money, ideas, planning, and team. So goal and money are 2 vocab words that we were introduced to on Monday when we read our introduction chapter. So those 2 you should be familiar with. The other 3, ideas, planning, and team, are maybe 3 new vocab words that you maybe have heard of or maybe not have heard of, but we're going to be coming across those today in our Chapter 1 story. So what I would like everybody to do is I would like you to get out your Chapter 1 Planning for the Future and have that in front of you. And I would like you to follow along as I read the chapter. So as a whole group, let's begin. Chapter 1, Planning for the Future. Kesha will graduate soon. What will she do? Will she get a job? Kesha will plan her future. Kesha has a planning meeting. This will help Kesha plan her future. Kesha's mother is at the meeting. Kesha's teacher is at the meeting. They talk about what Kesha can do. So this is also similar to the meetings that we hold at school when we have you and your parents come in and we talk about some of your career interests If you go out into the into the community to do work, this is what we talk about at your meeting. So some of you go out on job sites such as work in the library or work in a daycare center. So this is very similar to a meeting that some of you have already been to. So let's continue on page 5. Kesha's sister graduated. Alea goes to college. She lives in an apartment. Kesha's brother graduated. Tom got a job and earns money. So in Kesha's family, her sister graduated and her sister ended up going to college. That was her sister's plan. Her brother graduated and he started to get a job. So that was one of his plans. Kesha's teacher asked about her goals. A goal is something you are trying to reach. Kesha's goal is to live in an apartment. So right now, our goal right here, one of our vocab words is Kesha wants to live in an apartment. That is her goal. And right now, another vocab word, planning, she is planning what she wants to do in the future. Kesha needs a plan to reach her goal. Kesha needs money to live in an apartment. She needs to get a job. Kesha does not know what job to do. Kesha can try different jobs. She will find jobs she likes. She will find jobs she doesn't like. So just like we do at school when we talk about different types of careers and we do our surveys, and for example, I would say a job description and then you either circle if you like or do not like it. So that's what Kesha's doing. She's thinking about jobs she might like, something that she would be interested in doing, or jobs she might not like. So something that she's not interested in doing. So Kesha has a good idea for her plan. Now Kesha will find a good job. Kesha's team will help her plan for her future. So in the chapter we just read, we talked about Kesha planning for her future, and she has a team. On her team it was herself, it was her mother, and it was her teacher. So they made up her planning team. So Kesha knows that she needed to set a goal. And she knew that when she wanted to graduate high school, her goal was to live in an apartment. And in order for her to live in an apartment, she has to make some money so she would be able to pay her rent. But Kesha needs to find a job, so she was coming up with different types of ideas of jobs she might like or jobs she might not like. So that's part of her plan right now. She's going to move forward and she's going to think of jobs she might like or not like and start planning for her future of buying an apartment when she graduates. So now what I would like you all to do is I would like you to find your questions that you took out of your packet. Whether you have multiple choice, remember with the multiple choice, to get us started, we're putting our first and last name at the top of our paper. So I'm going to hang the multiple choice questions here. And then for those of you that have fill in the blanks, remember you're cutting out, I already cut mine out, but the 5 pictures on the top slot that are on the back of this. So making sure that the pictures that you have are goal, money, ideas, planning, and team, okay? If you need a little bit of extra time to prep your paper, especially those that have the fill in the blanks, I'd like you to pause the video here, cut out those 5 pictures, and then when you're ready and you have either a glue stick or tape next to you, you can press play again. For those of you that have the multiple choice questions, remember you're writing your first and last name and you need your pencil to do that. So I'm going to start by reading question 1 of the multiple choice, and then I'm going to go back and I would read question 1 of the fill-in. Okay? Starting with the multiple choice. Remember, you are circling the best answer that completes the question that is being asked. So number 1, what is this chapter about? A movie, planning meeting, or a basketball game? Question 1 of the fill-in. Kesha has a blank meeting. Goal, money, ideas, planning, or team. You're going to put the picture that best fills the blank in the box. Question number 2 on the multiple choice. What does Kesha make to live in an apartment? A goal, a cake, or a picture? Circling your answer. Number 2 on the fill-in. Kesha's blank is to live in an apartment. Goal, money, ideas, planning, or team? Question number 3 on the multiple choice. What does Kesha need to live in an apartment? A couch, a blanket, or money? Remember one of the key vocab words that we talked about. Question number 3 on the fill-in. Kesha needs blank to live in an apartment. Goal, money, ideas, planning, or team? Question number 4 on multiple choice. What does Kesha have for her plan? Ideas, food, or books? Question number 4 on the fill-in. Kesha has good blank for her plan. Goal, money, ideas, planning, or team? And then the last question, number 5 on this side of the multiple choice. What is important to know about this chapter? What is the main idea or the key idea that we talked about? Kesha wants to go to college. Kesha watches TV. Kesha's team will help her plan for her future. Now this one you're bubbling in the answer that best completes the question. And then question number 5 on the fill-in. Kesha's blank will help her plan for her future. Goal, money, ideas, planning, or team? For those of you that have the fill in the blank questions, if you have to go back and revisit some of the questions to answer in the blanks, you can do so now. And then when you are done, you can just wait until I finish with the multiple choice. For those of you that have the multiple choice questions and the extra questions on the back, I'd like you to turn your paper over so you can answer questions 6 through 10. Remember, these questions might have more than one correct answer. We're focusing on at least getting one of those answers. Okay, so with this one, you're bubbling in the circle that best completes the question. Question number 6. What is one of Kesha's long-term goals? So long-term, for the future. Live in an apartment, go to college, buy a car. Number 7. What is money made by working? Job, income, or future? I'm actually going to give you the answer to this since we did not really touch upon it in our reading, and the correct answer is income. Okay, a job gives you income, and an income gives you money, okay? So an income is how much money you make by having a job, and you use the money that you make or your income to pay for bills. So for example, to pay for your car bill, to pay for your apartment bill, to pay for your gas, okay? Number 8, who tells Kesha about job exploration? Her teacher, Tom, or principal? Number 9, what will Kesha learn during job exploration? She will learn about jobs she can do well. She will learn about jobs she likes. She will learn about jobs she does not like. And then question number 10, the last one. How will Kesha plan for her future? Go to a dance, choose what she wants to do, or work with her team? So make sure that all of these you have at least one circled, bubbled in that best completes the question. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over our answers. So everyone is going to take out their correcting tool Could be a marker, colored pencil, crayon, pen, whatever you have available. Remember, if you got the answer correct, we mark it with a check. If you got the answer incorrect, we just make an X and we circle the correct answer so we can fix our mistake and learn from it. So I'm going to start just like I did before. I'll read one question from the multiple choice and then move on to the fill in the blank for the answers. All right, question number 1 on the multiple choice. What is this chapter about? A movie, a planning meeting, or a basketball game? The correct answer is planning meeting. Okay, it's about the planning meeting for Kesha's future. Number 1 on the fill-in. Kesha has a blank meeting. She has a planning meeting. So planning is your fill-in. Number 2 on the multiple choice. What does Kesha make to live in an apartment? A goal, cake, or a picture? She makes a goal. Living in an apartment is one of her future goals that she has. So the correct answer is goal. Number 2 on the fill-in. Kesha's blank is to live in an apartment. The correct answer for the fill-in is goal. Remember, correcting our mistakes if we got it wrong, putting a check, if we got it right. Question number 3 on the multiple choice. What does Kesha need to live in an apartment? A couch, a blanket, or money? Well, the correct answer in this case is money. Okay, she needs money because in order for her to have the apartment, she has to buy the apartment with money. Even though you do need a couch and a blanket, but the correct answer is money. Number 3 on the fill-in. Kesha needs blank to live in an apartment, and the fill-in is money. Question number 4 on the multiple choice. What does Kesha have for her plan? Ideas, food, or books? The correct answer is ideas. She's brainstorming different types of ideas that she has for her future plan. Number 4 on the fill-in. Kesha has good blank for her plan. And the fill-in is ideas. And then number 5 on the multiple choice. What is important to know about this chapter? Kesha wants to go to college. Kesha watches TV. Kesha's team will help her plan for her future, and the correct one is C. Her team will help her plan for her future. And then number 5 on the fill-in. Kesha's blank will help her plan for her future, and the correct answer is team is your fill-in. For those of you that have the fill in the blank questions, you can just set them aside and listen to the rest of the answers for our additional multiple choice questions. And then we will revisit our focus question and our vocab words. So flipping our paper over for those that have the additional multiple choice questions. Moving on to question number 6. What is one of Kesha's long-term goals? To live in an apartment, go to college, or buy a car? And the correct answer is to live in an apartment. That is one of her goals. Number 7, everybody should have B, income, as we talked about it previously. So we're just going to skip on down to number 8. Who tells Kesha about job exploration? Her teacher, Tom, or the principal? And the correct answer is her teacher. Her teacher talks about job exploration. Okay, so that means exploring different types of jobs or different types of careers. Number 9, what will Kesha learn during job exploration? She will learn about jobs she can do well. She will learn about jobs she likes. And she will learn about jobs she does not like. They are all correct. So A, B, and C can be bubbled in. During job exploration, like some of you have been going out. For example, Francesca's been going out when we were in school. Nyanelli went out when we've been in school. Yanelkis has gone out when we've been in school. Colin has gone out when we've been in school. And that's what you guys, all four of you are doing. It's called job exploration. You're going to a job site, whether it was the public library or whether it was working in a daycare, and you're seeing that the tasks that you had in those jobs, so whether if it was cleaning the books and putting them back on the shelves, or cleaning the tables and chairs for the preschool and playing with the kids during free time, if you liked doing a job like that. Some of you liked it and some of you didn't, and that's where you're going to see your likes and dislikes on different types of jobs. So then when you plan for your future on what you would like to do when you graduate high school, you'll be able to know what types of jobs you like and what types of jobs you do not like. And then number 10, how will Kesha plan for her future? Go to a dance, choose what she wants to do, or work with her team. The correct answers are B and C. She's going to choose what she wants to do in her future, depending on if it's getting an apartment, then maybe after she gets an apartment, maybe and getting a job, she might want to go to college later. And she's also going to work with her team. Remember, on her team, it was her mother, and her teacher. So all of them that form the team are going to help her plan for her future. Okay. Now let's just revisit our focus question. Excuse me. What is a good goal to set was our focus question. What to do when you graduate, what to eat for lunch, or both. And the correct answer that is going to answer our focus question based on our reading is what to do when you graduate. So what are you going to do when you graduate? That is the answer to our focus question. Okay, planning for your future. Now we're going to revisit the 5 vocab words that we learned about and heard about in our story. As I say each of the vocab words, you will repeat back after me. Goal, money, ideas, planning, and team. Okay, remember, in the story today, just a quick recap, Kesha was planning for her future, where on her team, herself, her mother, and her teacher came up with a plan. Okay, they were planning her goals for the future. One of her goals was that she wanted to buy an apartment when she graduated, and she knew that in order to get that apartment, she needed to earn money. So she needed to find a job that she would be interested in, which she would be able to earn enough money for her to pay for her apartment. So they started brainstorming some ideas of different types of jobs that she maybe would like and different types of jobs that she would not like. So what we are going to do after reading is for our life skills activity, we're going to talk about some of your goals and some of the jobs that you might be interested in to complete a life skills activity. Remember today, I would like you to make sure that you take a picture of your work, so your questions, because I want to see your answers. So just remember to have your parent or an adult or an older sibling just take a picture of your questions with your answers and send them to me so I can see your work. So I will see you all back in life skills to complete our goals for the future.